Okay, chat. Wrapping up the paint defending category for my centers, it's going to be Drummond. Drummond is the cheapest of them all, 5,000 or really 6,000. His height 6'11", so K Towns cannot hold him. Um, Again, speed 4.27. It's not the worst. It's in the middle. He's slower than Goobert, so you gotta work with him. I feel like anybody that's kind of a little slower than my Goobert, I really can't work with. It don't feel right to me moving around the court the way I move around the court because I be moving. So you gotta work with it a little bit with the 4.27. Um, Going into the steal, 7.94 being the most dominant stealer in the paint at 7.94. There's nobody that even come close to him. I think the highest might be Bam around to like 500 ish, maybe like 470 actually. So the steal is incredible. The block 531. He has a little more block than Bam, but it's pretty low. I wouldn't be expecting to get too many blocks with him, but you can expect to get some steals with him. His defense 794. That's higher than Capella's. It's almost in the 800s. I feel like 800 defense is where you kind of need to be. So I like it. I let the defense slide. It's close to the 800 mark. The rebound 799. It's actually the lowest in this category. Oh yeah, his defense is third in this category. He only beats Capella compared to Bam and Goobert. His rebound being 799 is actually the lowest in this category, which is just 2 points lower than my Goobert. So say if you see how I fight for rebounds with Goobert, you might be able to do the same thing with Drummond. So it's not bad if he only behind by 2 points. And again, my Goldberg is actually R5. So like if we let's put that into perspective real quick. At R5, he beat my Goobert. So if you see me fighting for the rebounds and you're Drummond, again, he's cheap. You can get him R7 easy. You'll be able to actually beat me when it comes to the rebounds if you maxed out. Just to put that into perspective. Um, where he at? Let me filter it. All right. So that covers the rebounds. He does have the elite rebounder, giving him some much needed help when it comes to rebounding. A box out master, level 3. We talked about how important it is, when having box out master versus, Capella, because that man is a rebound monster. And Capella box out is Capella's box out counter is only a rank 1 box out counter. I don't necessarily know if a level 3 box out master will hold down Capella. I think maybe you need to be rank 4, skill 4. Yeah, skill 4. Maybe. If somebody want to test that out, let me know. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, keep that in mind. Box out master 3. Pick and roll master. If you're not setting picks, what are you doing? He has the brick wall and he has steel specialist. Like we really don't even need to talk about it. The man is a steel beast in the paint. I'm trying to click on it. Here we go. So you get the extra 6% and a situational steal bonus of 30%. Let me read this. Increase steal success rate when the opponent is holding or dribbling the ball. When your steal attribute, that's gonna when you talk about your coaches. We're gonna talk about coaches too, but that's later on down the line. But just keep coaches and skill buffs all that in mind. So, chat, since I'm here on the steal specialist, keep in mind, I said in almost every video now, rank drops need to become more competitive when it comes to picking counter picks. So when you up against a center who likes to drive the paint, move the ball, for example, in Embiid, you got this cheap ass 7,500 baller Drummond versus this 1 million legendary Embiid trying to dribble, and you just rip his ass. You see what I'm saying, chat? So the day that people start becoming more competitive with their picks, you're gonna start being able to lock down a lot of shit. So I like Drummond because like when I'm up against people who like to dribble or try to drive, hold the ball, or even just low scoring, they ain't got that much dribbles. They can get ripped easy. Drummond, throw Drummond in. So keep that in mind. I think the firm catcher is just passing. The interceptor, the only other defender, to my knowledge, I could be wrong. Maybe MB. Um, we'll figure it out. But he has the interceptor skill. So again, passing, being able to actually intercept passing. In trios, we do move that ball. So Bam and Drummond have the interceptor ability. There's a lot of people that do not have the interceptor ability, so they cannot stop the pass. So when you can shut down passing for a high passing team, some point guards like to pass, some centers like to. I'm always passing. You know what I'm saying? So you might be able to just get the ball. If you can't get the rebound, you got a chance to steal. So you got another weapon of arsenal in your category that's a lot of us are missing. I wish I had this fucking interceptor ability on my Gobert. I really do. So you have another tool in your belt. And then again, dynasty mode for people running dynasty, you moving that ball around, interceptor. Got the alley oop. I love it. Box out counter. It's only level one. Again, when you run into somebody that's gonna box you out, it is what it is. But remember, you can counter this with the steal. Capella doesn't have that necessarily have that ability to be able to intercept the pass. Now, unless, when you're getting boxed out, they grab the rebound and they immediately go back up for a dunk. Okay, you probably can't do too much about that. His block is only 5-3-1. But if they try to pass that motherfucker, because not everybody's a good dunker. Don't get it wrong. Who's not a good dunker? Fuck. I have to get into a chat, but just work with me. Like, center versus center. If your Drummond get boxed out because he can't, box out counter it, they get the rebound, but they're not that great at dunking, right, or scoring, so they try to go back up for a dunk. The 5-3-1 block stat that he has can block it. So they're probably going to pass the ball. Drummond has the interceptor ability. So they even though he's getting beat on the board for the rebound or just getting beat by the box out, he has the ability to steal the pass. So you see what I'm saying, chat? So you gotta be able to work with it. Rebound chaser, got the putback dunk, and then the map. We don't care about this. This Drummond, right? All right. Look at his skills. Drummond's excellent awareness allows him to steal easily in the low post. When Drummond is within 6.56 foot from the basket, his steal rate increases. Literally, just being in the post where you should be as your center, unless you ISO. People do run ISO, but just by doing your job, being in the post where you should be, you get a 8% increase in your steal, and you already have a monster steal rate. Especially when you max out the skills and you get that extra 30%. The board, what is this? Bonaza? Bonaza? Is that right, chat? Bonaza. I'm going to go with Bonaza. BB, Drew's rebound rate increases by 15%. So again, it's pretty nice. You just gotta don't get boxed out. Just don't get boxed out. And it's not too hard to not get boxed out if you're aware that they're abusing the box out, because people do abuse it if they can. Lucky for me, I got box out counter. I got past that abusive box out shit a while ago, but you can get around it. Steal specialist, we talked about it. Elite rebounder, just don't get boxed out. You got the brick wall. They ain't really finna juke you like that. Rebound chaser and breakaway after the pick and roll, because you should be setting picks. Okay. So how do I feel about Drummond? I feel like because he's so cheap, everybody should eventually actually I'm not even gonna put it on price. I feel like when you get your main ballers maxed out, you should have an entire roster of every baller, because you never know when people are gonna get buffed, when people are gonna get nerfed. So I think you should have an R5 of everybody when you do not need the gold. at minimum at least have an R3, right? A rank 3. So I'm not even going to blame it on price. So how I feel about him, his speed, it's for Dynasty, you got to work with it. For 3v3, you got to work with it. But the steal is incredible. It's a lot of people who can't hold the ball, and when you steal, it's it literally throws people off when you get to steal. I know when the ball gets stolen from me, I'd be like, fuck. Like it throws me off. And and his rebound, you gotta work with it, but he can get some. It's not bad. He can kind of he can you can kind of work with him on the rebound. His defense, it's almost at the 800. You can kind of work with it. So you gotta work with him, chat. But that's also why he's so cheap. That's also why he's a 70. You know what I'm saying? That's also why he's a rare, because you gotta put some skill into him to make him work. However, with the right matchup, again, when we get to these situations where people are actually properly picking counters in the draft mode, fuck yeah. Gonna have a great Drummond that's gonna be able to shut down a fucking 2 million Jokic because he wanna pass the ball. Jokic ain't got that much dribbling. Jokic ain't got that much that dunk power. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna tell me this little 7,500? What is it? 7,000? No, however much he costs, right? You gonna tell me this little cheap center can shut down one of the most legendary centers in it? Come on, chat. Come on, chat. People just got to get more competitive in the drafts. So that's how I feel about it. Um, in this category, though, again, for me, I'm rocking with Goldberg because I am trying to be a paint monster with the blocks, and Goldberg can just cover a lot. I don't necessarily have to work, be in certain specific situations where you pick a Goldberg. I can kind of just pick a Goldberg and damn near any situation besides, if a team just like run all scores, like they run all fucking shooting guards or something, and they just blowing by me like that one video when I was up against that G dude, Jai, however you pronounce his name, and he was just fucking stunning on me. I really couldn't stop him. It's like, bro, I'm a center. I can't hold my, you know what I'm saying, chat. So it's just certain situations where I'm not able to pick Goober, and that's probably one of them. But other than that, I'm locked and loaded with my Goober. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm gonna end it right there, and then we'll get into the next category a different time. We out.